This is big! Alabama in the top tier for a five-star DB? This guy, Jett Washington, is a prime target. Alabama continues to flex its recruiting muscles, and the latest name to land on the radar is Jett Washington, one of the most coveted prospects in the 2026 class. After his visit to the Tuscaloosa campus for A-Day, it was clear that the Crimson Tide are in an extremely good position to secure a commitment from the five-star defensive back. With an impressive combination of size, speed, and defensive instincts, Washington is exactly the type of player who can elevate Alabama's already dominant defensive system even further. Originally from Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas, Nevada, Jett Washington has been attracting attention from elite programs across the country since the beginning of his high school football career. His wingspan makes him an imposing presence in the secondary, while his ability to cover distance efficiently makes him a natural at catching loose balls. Not only does he anticipate offensive plays with precision, but he also possesses the explosive speed needed to close down gaps quickly and prevent significant drives. These attributes are rare in a player so young, and they make Washington a rare gem in the recruiting game. The A-Day visit appears to have been something special for Washington. He and his family had a great time in Tuscaloosa, and the impact of that experience was evident in the player's own words. "It was great," Washington told Touchdown Alabama. "My family and I had a great time." More than that, the visit reinforced the connection between Washington and the Alabama program, putting the Crimson Tide almost in the top spot in the race for his commitment. That statement is a testament to the tireless work of the recruiting staff led by Kalen DeBoer and Courtney Morgan, who have worked to keep Alabama as the preferred destination for the nation's top talent. Since receiving an official offer from Alabama in July, Washington has shown increasing interest in the program. The team had already brought him in for an unofficial visit during the season, but the invitation to A-Day showed how serious the Crimson Tide are about securing his signature. The vibrant atmosphere of the event, combined with the opportunity to see Alabama's winning legacy up close, seemed to have left a lasting impression on Washington and his family. Now he is expected to return to Tuscaloosa for an official visit, which is usually a strong indicator that a commitment is close. What makes Jett Washington so special is his versatility within the secondary. He is the type of safety who can excel in both deep coverage and contain the run game. His physical style of play allows him to take on tight ends and running backs without hesitation, while his speed and anticipation make him a constant threat against the deep pass. In a defensive scheme like Alabama's that places a high value on adapting to different situations, Washington could become a central pillar of the defense as soon as he steps onto the field. In addition, Washington's potential arrival at Alabama would be yet another example of the program's commitment to attracting the best talent in the country, regardless of where they are located. Despite being a Nevada native, Washington appears to have found a place in Tuscaloosa where he can thrive, both on and off the football field. The relationships built with the coaches and the family-friendly environment created by the recruiting team were decisive factors in putting the Crimson Tide ahead of other college football giants, such as Ohio State, Clemson, and Georgia, who are also in the running for the player. With Washington now nearly in the top spot, Alabama takes another step toward building a 2026 recruiting class that promises to be one of the strongest in the country. He would join other prominent names already committed to the program, forming a group of athletes that not only raises the level of competition within the program, but also ensures Bama will excel with its recruits. Let's move on. Jaylen Milroe, the Alabama quarterback who has been catching the attention of NFL teams with his unique combination of talent and versatility, is about to expand his reach on the pre-draft circuit. After meetings with the New York Giants, Cleveland Browns, and Pittsburgh Steelers, Milroe now prepares to visit two NFC West rivals, the Seattle Seahawks on Tuesday, and, later this week, the Los Angeles Rams. These meetings highlight the growing interest in a player many consider one of the most intriguing prospects in the 2025 NFL Draft. A native of Katy, Texas, Milroe has built an impressive narrative throughout this evaluation process. His performance at the NFL Scouting Combine and Alabama Pro Day was nothing short of spectacular, solidifying his position as one of the most promising prospects in the class. His athleticism, combined with a strong arm and passing accuracy, makes him a versatile player who can thrive in a variety of offensive schemes. However, it's his competitive mindset and adaptability that have caught the attention of scouts and executives around the league. The interest from the Seattle Seahawks and Los Angeles Rams comes as no surprise. Both franchises are in the midst of rebuilding or adjusting their respective quarterback positions. For the Seahawks, who have struggled to find stability under center since the departure of Russell Wilson, Milroe represents an opportunity to reinvent their offense with a dynamic player who can create plays both through the air and with his feet. Meanwhile, the Rams, who are looking to revitalize their offense after up-and-down seasons, could see Milroe as the ideal fit to maximize the potential of a team that still has powerful weapons on its roster. Milroe has been projected as a first-round pick or at least a second-day pick, rounds 2 or 3, by most mock drafts. His ability to impact the game on multiple levels makes him an attractive option for teams looking for a modern quarterback who can compete in an environment that is increasingly geared toward mobility and creativity on offense. However, the final decision will depend on how teams assess his technical development and ability to make quick decisions under pressure, areas that Milroe continued to improve during his final season at Alabama. Additionally, Milroe's confirmed presence at the 2025 NFL Draft, scheduled to take place in Green Bay, Wisconsin, on April 24th, adds a special touch to the occasion. By accepting the invitation to attend the event, he demonstrates confidence in his status as one of the top prospects in the class. For a player who has already garnered so much attention throughout his college career, being on the big stage of the draft will be the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. In the meantime, Alabama fans and NFL observers are eagerly awaiting the fate of Jaylen Milroe. With visits to the Seahawks and Rams scheduled, in addition to previous meetings with other teams, it's clear that he's on the radar of several franchises looking to find a quarterback of the future. His journey to this point, from his early days in Katy to his rise to stardom in Tuscaloosa, is a testament to his talent and resilience. For Alabama, Milroe represents yet another example of the program's continued success in producing top-notch quarterbacks, following in the footsteps of legends like Joe Namath, Ken Stabler, and, most recently, Bryce Young. Regardless of where he is drafted, Milroe will carry on the Crimson Tide legacy. The next few weeks will be crucial in determining his future, but one thing is for sure. He is ready to make history, whether in Seattle, Los Angeles, or wherever else decides to invest in him. According to Kane Womack, the team's defensive coordinator and a key player in the transition from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer, the Crimson Tide now has something that was missing last season: depth. That resource, especially in the defensive backfield, is seen as something different for the near future. Womack has not hidden his excitement during recent statements, highlighting how the arrival of new talent and the return of key players have created a solid foundation to build a more versatile and resilient defense. We have something that we didn't have a year ago, which is depth in our backfield, and that's exciting, the coordinator said. The lack of that depth was one of the factors that hindered Alabama's defensive consistency in 2024, when the team faced challenges related to players leaving for the NFL Draft, transfers, and adapting to the new system under Kalen DeBoer. Now, with a more robust and talented group, Womack has the opportunity to explore different combinations and strategies to maximize the team's potential. He noted that the versatility of the positions will allow the coaching staff to move some pieces around at cornerback and safety, creating innovative defensive packages that adapt to the specific situations of each game. This flexibility will be crucial to face the dynamic offenses that dominate the college football landscape today. At cornerback, Alabama has reason to be optimistic. Domani Jackson, a solid starter, returns to lead the group, while promising youngsters such as Dijon Lee, Dre Kirkpatrick Jr., Zabian Brown, Cameron Calhoun, transfer from Utah, and Chuck McDonald bring fresh energy and raw talent. Among those names, the freshmen, Lee, Calhoun, and McDonald, have the potential to change the dynamics of the game with their athleticism and quick learning abilities. For Womack, these youngsters represent the key to keeping the Crimson Tide defense ahead of the curve. At safety, the outlook is also encouraging. Keon Sabb, who battled injuries in 2024, is back and ready to resume his role as the leader of the secondary. In addition, Ivan Taylor, Cameron Howard, Bray Hubbard, and Xavier Mincy form a balanced group of veterans and newcomers, providing multiple options for Womack to shape his defensive strategy. With so many players available, the coordinator emphasized that his main challenge will be identifying the best 11 players for each specific situation. How do we put our best 11 on the field at the right times? That's really my job, Womack said, reiterating the importance of adjusting packages and schemes based on the demands of the game. The roster's evolution reflects not only the success of the recruiting campaign, but also the coaching staff's ability to integrate diverse talent into a cohesive system. The transition from Saban to DeBoer brought significant changes, but also challenges, especially in terms of depth. Now, with a more balanced and versatile group, Womack has the chance to implement his defensive vision without compromising quality or consistency. For Alabama fans, this new reality is cause for excitement. The 2025 team promises to be more dynamic and unpredictable, capable of adapting to different styles of play and facing high-level opponents with confidence. As the start of the season approaches, all eyes will be on how Womack and his staff will utilize this newfound depth. With so many talented pieces at their disposal, does Alabama have what it takes to return to the top of the SEC and compete for the title again? Let's wait and see. Comment below.